my goodness. Oh my goodness. What have I just seen? No. What is this? Breaking news. Nico Willams signs with a new long-term deal at Athletic Club until June 2035. That's 10 years. The agreement includes a new release clause for 50+% compared to the 58 million release clause previously won, and an increase in salary. Barcelona deal off due to registration issues. And I'm seeing things here. Nico Willams on being linked to Barca. They can buy me on FIFA. They sure can. They sure can. And the first thing I want to come and say about all this is this is divine justice. This is divine justice. This is you reap what you sow energy. This is that karma. Because for the last, I feel like 3 weeks, all you've been hearing by every single Barca fan news, so on and so forth. Nico Willams to Barca is done. I was seeing, probable comps, predictive comps. Nico on the left, Amin on the right, Rafinha through the middle, Lewa at the top, Pedri, so on and so forth. We were seeing this as a done deal. We were saying Barca's attack for the next, 10 years is done. This is the same thing Madrid fans were doing last year. You see, sometimes in life, stay humble. Stay humble. In French, we have the saying called "tu t'es fait climatiser." To give a rough translation, the meaning and whatnot, it means you've been done. You've been swerved. You've been swerved. Honestly, the closest thing I can remember to this is when Kylian Mbappe signed his extension at PSG in 2022. That came out of nowhere. As a PSG fan, I thought he was gone. He left. He would have left under good conditions, but he said, no, I'm staying. Honestly, I think this is worse. Because at least with Mbappe, yes, Real Madrid was the club he always wanted to go to, and eventually he did go to. But when Mbappe, it was Paris, sporting wise, at least, you can say that whatever you want, that, Real Madrid is a bigger sport, is a bigger brand, and is a bigger, more prestigious club, so on and so forth. But sporting wise, it's not, at the time, it was I'm an upgrade, but not significantly so, as seen by PSG recently. But Athletic Club to Barcelona is a decent step, as in terms of competition, right? One was playing in the Europa League, the other was making it to the semifinals of the Champions League, right? Even though Athletic Club this time around are going to be in the Champions League, but the way to swerve you like that, wow. And before, because I know it's already going to come, and I've already seen people go and say this is not Nico Willams' fault. This is not Nico Willams' fault. Okay, for all the last so on and so forth, let's not let people rewrite history. This is not really Nico Willams swerving Barca. Nico Willams wanted to come to Barca. Nico Willams and Barca had an agreement on contracts, on the transfer. He wanted to come. The thing that blocked the transfer, as Fabrizio Romano said, was the registration. Nico Willams and his agent wanted guarantees on being able to be registered and actually play. He didn't want a similar thing with Dani Olmo, where they're having to, push this lever, push that lever, push this lever to guarantee that he's there. And honestly, you can understand it. What's the point of going and now there's not even a guarantee that you can register him? So Barcelona's financial troubles continue. And that's where I go and say, but the Board FC. Who is it this time? Is it Deco? Is it Laporta? Or is it still what? Bartomeu? Still leaving your clubs? How long has it been now since he's not been there? At some point, you have to call out what it is. Barcelona financially are incompetent. They're an incompetent club financially. You can go and say what? Bartomeu's left for what? It feels like 5 years now? He's been gone for a long time now. Surely, at this point, the blame has to go to Laporta and Deco and the people there right now. For all the good, the Spotify deals, this, that, and the other, the promises for the Camp Nou, that's late. The registering of players, that's late. The Messi coming, being able to re-sign, that failed. How much blood does he have on his hands? Because at this point, Barcelona is turning into a joke of a club. Yes, sporting-wise, it's still good. But Barcelona, for what? 2 summers now. And on top of the Messi stuff in the past, not being able to sign the players they want because of registration issues. I was saying, they can make the money, so on and so forth. We don't know ultimately with the money. I don't think all the rumors previously were necessarily false. It's just that they wanted guarantees. And honestly, you cannot go and blame Nico Willams for this. What's the point of you leaving your boyhood club, the club that gave not just you an avenue into playing professional football and realizing your dream, but an avenue to help your family? knowing the story of the Willams coming to Spain, all that. Why would you leave them and potentially tear up your legacy there if there's no guarantee that you can even play for Barca? So if he goes to Barca, signs a deal with Barca, and Barca can't register him in La Liga, in the Champions League, or in whatever competition it is, but does he just stay there? Does he leave? Honestly, I can understand from Nico Williams. Sure, yes, people are going to go and say that the Barcelona train doesn't come once. Listen, with Mbappe, Real Madrid, the supposed biggest club in the world, they came by twice. A career is long. He's still young. He's 20, 23, 24? He's still young. Perhaps he does go to Barca eventually. Some Barca fans are going to go and say, this guy's a snake. This guy... No. He didn't go and make you believe. He said he wanted to go. The reason he didn't go is because of you guys. It's on you guys. The deal was off because of Barcelona. And let's not let history rewrite that. This time, Barcelona fans, you guys need to take onus on this one. But obviously, it's not your fault directly, but this is your club's incompetency that's at fault. It's not the player. Don't try to blame Nico Williams or whatnot. It's you guys. Because for the longest time, you guys are saying Nico Williams, he wants to come. Lamine Yamal was talking about this. Rafinha was talking about that. All this, all that. Everything seemed okay. And I'm saying those are probably true. But everything's off because of you guys. So if there's anybody you want to point the finger at, name and blame, it's the board. But the board FC, 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝙼𝙎𝙾, 𝙎𝙬, the people in the background. Because what they've done to this club financially is absolutely ridiculous. I was hearing back to the 1-1 rule. I mean, with Barcelona, at this point, unless you see it, don't believe it. If it's just rumors, it's just rumors. It's just rumors because you can take nothing from Laporta, from the boards, from the rumors seriously at this point. Anything is on the table. Anything is on the table. How many times does somebody have to lie to you? Once, fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Is that not what the saying goes? Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Laporta now, president, Messi he went. Yeah, the thing with even Dembele, that went. The Xavi went. Last year with Dani Olmo, all that stuff, registration, so on and so forth. The Camp Nou, when you guys would be there. Now this. That's what, 6? I'm not even a Barca fan, that I can just think off the top of my head. It is ridiculous. It is a shambles of what they've done. Would he have made Barcelona better? Probably. I think the signing was bizarre because he would have been taking Rafinha's spot, but I think it's good for depth and there's never any issues. PSG have the depth. I would have said it's a good thing for Barcelona to have. But what I just don't want is for people to all of a sudden now rewrite history. Go and say that it's Nico Williams snaking Barca. Because the abuse that he did, first and foremost, as the rumors were swirling, that he would leave, getting his face spray painted, the graffiti on the mural with his brother. He didn't say anything. He didn't say anything whatsoever. And now it's done. I think if there's one thing that needs to be said is that for all the people going and saying, football transfers are now born with Fabrizio Romano, so on and so forth, until things are done, it ain't over till it's over. It ain't over till it's over. I'm not saying that all the news that came beforehand was false, but we still operate in a world where it's done by humans, that disagreements still happen at the very last minute. Here we go. That for me, I've learned that until things are locked and loaded, things are signed on paper, and I see the presentation, him holding the jersey, it is not finished. It is not finished. And they're only rumors until then. And from then on, I'm going to go with things and take things with extreme precaution. But yeah, that's my 2 cents on it. That's why I think about it. For all the PSG, Barca, all this stuff in the communities, this one must hurt for Barca. As I said, I think the closest thing I could imagine was when Mbappe, snaked Real, if you want. And you could argue in that sense, it was probably worse because at that point, or in the sense of the sporting wise, he made agreements. You could have argued that he used Real Madrid to sort of up PSG's offer and whatnot. But this time around, he wanted to go. He wanted to go. There were agreements with PSG and Real. If Mbappe really wanted to go and there was an agreement, he would have left. There was no issues. PSG probably could have let him go. But this time around, Nico Williams, he wanted to come. Barcelona wanted him. The transfers, apparently that was the money aspect was sorted out, but it's the registration. It's the registration. And for all the Barca fans that were coming on Javier Tebas' head and so on and so forth. Don't get me wrong. I'm no fan of 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏. I think sometimes, he tries to be a bigger than life character. And I think he's the only, league president that I know, which should that be the case? Who knows? But in that sense, he wasn't lying. He was not lying. He knew things that we didn't know. So next time he speaks, we better listen. But yeah, that's my 2 cents about it. I'd be curious to know if you're a Barca fan, what is your feeling? How do you feel about this? I know it must not be easy to go and you think that you've got a player only to find out that the deal's gone up in smoke. But hey, that's football. Nothing's a guarantee until pen is put to paper. And I hope that's a lesson that we can all learn here today. But anyways, guys, it's been a pleasure on this video. Let me know if you guys do like these sort of transfer news where I just talk about more general football stuff, whether it's PSG, Barcelona, Real Madrid, etc., so on and so forth. It's a massive piece of footballing news. And once again, also, given what happened yesterday, my most sincerest condolences once again to the 𝙎𝙊𝘾𝘼𝙎𝙏 family, to his friends and families, the people of Liverpool, and all of that. I've said previously that video, it's gotten done really well on basically every social media platform I posted it on. But anyways, I'm on all the platforms, whatever I could do, I'm not monetizing that because just morally I can't. But yeah, thank you guys very much. It's been a pleasure as always. And remember, stay safe, stay kind, and stay blessed. Godspeed.